I think Local 3, the single most important thing is to have integrity in the leadership that you can be proud of.
The integrity that Tom has instilled in him, that was instilled from Harry, his father, is just outstanding.
That integrity, he brought that to the table with them at every time you spoke with them and met with them.
Thomas Van Arsdale, son of Molly Casey and Harry Van Arsdale, Jr., was born on February 16, 1924. Growing up in Queens, New York, where his parents shared a home with his grandparents, he was exposed from his earliest days to the labor movement. His grandfather, Harry Van Arsdale Sr., was the first in the family to become involved in the labor movement, joining the Electrical Mechanical Wiremen's Union, later to become Local 3 IBEW. A steadfast union man, he stood true during a 33-month lockout from 1904 to 1907. His father, renowned labor leader Harry Van Arsdale Jr., became the driving force behind what was to become the proud local union that we know as Local 3 IBEW. Brother Van Arsdale graduated from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute with a degree in electrical engineering in 1945, also giving to his country and proudly attaining the rank of ensign in the U.S. Naval Reserve. Upon his return, he was asked a question that would lead him down a road of service that would affect and better countless lives.
I came back from the service, and as could be predicted, Harry said, "Well, what are you gonna do? You know, when are you gonna go to work?" So I said, "Well, I think I would like to take a little time off." He says, "Well, when you're ready to go to work, let me know." You know, so which meant let me know right away.
I don't know that he ever had a chance. Being the son of Harry Van Arsdale, I don't think he had a chance to go anywhere but where the heart of this family has been, and that is with the members of Local 3.
He began his journey in Local 3 working in a supply house, a cable manufacturing company, and a fixture company before being accepted into the apprenticeship in 1946. Soon after his acceptance, he became secretary for the Apprentice Negotiating Committee on an upcoming contract, the first of the many contracts he would be a part of. His career would progress: journeyman, subforeman, foreman, executive board member, leaving the field to come on staff as a business representative in 1958. In 1965, he became the assistant business manager of manufacturing, a position he held until Monday, August 12, 1968. That was the day that Thomas Van Arsdale was elected by the executive board of Local 3 to fill the unexpired term of Harry Van Arsdale Jr. as business manager of Local 3 IBEW, a position he held for 38 years.
It wasn't exactly a surprise, but it's like all those things that it's going to happen someday, and then it happens, you know. So it was a whole new world to be the business manager. It's like stepping out of the dark into the light, or vice versa, or stepping out of the heat into the cold. But I don't know, I can't recount much of what happened except that we did it.
Brother Van Arsdale proved to be a tireless worker, unflinching in the face of difficult decisions and a skilled negotiator, always carrying himself with grace and humility in the midst of some of the most difficult and complex times organized labor has had to face.
There were great personal sacrifices for Tom Van Arsdale as a young officer of Local 3. And of course, the people that suffered the most was his family. And he had a mission in life. He was going to be a labor leader, and he was going to be the finest labor leader he could.
He's a hard worker, and he expects what he's asking you to do to be done in a proper fashion and get your work together.
Early on in organizing, what you had to worry about basically was the employer, you know, and getting beat up by his goons. Now, Tom came into a time and age of evolution within the United States where not only you had to worry about the employer, you had to worry about the political people that the employers, in some instances, might look to for help, and might look to help them in other ways. So he had a lot harder task, Tom Van Arsdale, a lot harder task to keep the progression of the labor movement and the labor movement within local union number 3 going forward, so that we wouldn't stagnate and lose our membership.
When it was clear that our vacation plan was broken and that there was a shortcoming there, he terminated the vacation plan weeks before his election. And so he made a decision that was absolutely the correct decision without any regards to the political ramifications of that, because it was the right thing. And he conducted himself that way throughout his life, as well as the president of the New York City Central Labor Council. When there were decisions to be made that were deemed unpopular and could jeopardize his position, he made them because they were the right things.
I don't know if he plays chess, really, but he's probably one of the best chess players in the world because he figures all the moves out.
Business manager Erickson relates a story about the 1983 A contract negotiations, the year in which the first multi-employer 401k plan in the country was established, one of the countless improvements the members of Local 3 received during the tenure of Thomas Van Arsdale.
But it was during that negotiations that I watched him. The committee actually went out for an extended lunch. The contractors were pissed when we came back, and we all walked in, and we had cigars, and I watched Tom sit down, and the contractors would hang on every word, every response that he made to their inquiries, and he would pick up that cigar, and he would twist it, and he would play with it, and he would tap it as they were waiting for an answer, and it was just great, great stuff, and he was the master.
Tom Van Arsdale is the ultimate labor leader, the most professional person I have ever had the privilege of dealing with.
He's a team leader. He's an individual that wants everybody to do the best they possibly can, and he leads by example. And he never pats himself on the back. He's part of the team.
Tom Van Arsdale was a trade unionist. He cared. He fought apartheid. He was concerned about minimum wage. He was concerned about workers that were being exploited, about the immigration issue.
In October of 2006, Brother Van Arsdale resigned his position as business manager, ending a 38-year tenure but not his service to Local 3.
We all know Tom, and we know Tom is not retiring. Tom is going to be helping this industry under our new business manager, Chris Erickson, for many years to come.
Local 3 is in his heart. You know, it's in his soul, and it's always going to be there, and that's home for him.
He's been my mentor. He's been my best friend all these years.
And God bless you. God bless what you've done for the members of Local Union number 3.
I don't know that we'll ever be prepared for not having Tom Van Arsdale around, and I want to thank him again for all of the personal side that he bestowed on me, and I appreciated Tom, and we're going to miss you.
I'm reasonably proud of the work that I've done over the years. It hasn't been a perfect answer to every question, but I feel that I've given as much as I could, you know, to the best of my ability. I think one of the very important things is integrity. It's